All right, I think I'm next. I'll be super quick, but by demand, I had wanted to just show something that I added to community recently. So there's already a couple of recipes for connecting Omni to Google Sheets through Zapier. Um, Sometimes that's not the most favorable economics because I think the zaps are charged per run and some different things. And I've gotten a couple of requests from customers to do this through cloud functions. So I'll just show that working, but we've got a community article, and then I'll extend this in the future to do AWS Lambda functions and also the equivalent in Azure, and maybe Office 365 too. But what you would do as a user is come into a sheet. You're just going to grab the ID up here and then share it with your service account. And then once you do that, the cloud function and the setup instructions are in the article. It's super easy. But you could just send to the cloud function. It'll do the processing, and then just pop the data in here. So it might take a second. But then it goes in there. So nicely, it'll include the header row only if it's the first. So if I were to run this a second time, we should see the same data appear, but then with no header row, because boy, that's annoying if I had my headers repeating every time. And we can also apply a couple of different get arguments. So just like come over here, I got these on my clipboard. And so this mode equals new would be, hey, rather than appending to the same sheet, every day I'd like to create a new sheet. And then you could name that sheet as well. So we'll just test this. And then now I have Omni data with an actual like date attached. So that would give you the ability to, use different modes and things like that. And then the very last thing I'll show on this, because I would want, everybody in the field to be able to use, develop cloud functions and Lambda functions really easily. There's a very cool utility called ngrok that allows you to have a public URL endpoint and then forward that stuff to your local computer. So I'm going to extend that recipe on the community article to also show how you can locally debug, which is super helpful. And so I should have just gotten this function coming in, and then it should hit my debug breakpoint. But it looks like it's still going through the pipes of the internet. So yeah, super cool stuff to come here.
Sweet.